A secret envoy flies to Washington as U.S. sanctions tighten and a canceled summit deepens the divide. Why did the Kremlin send its personal representative to the heart of America now? Let's break down the story behind the sanctions, the diplomacy, and the oil shock reshaping global politics. Following the cancellation of the planned Budapest meeting and new U.S. sanctions targeting major Russian oil companies, President Vladimir Putin made a strategic decision to send a personal envoy across the ocean. According to CNN, Kirill Dmitriev, the Kremlin's special representative and a figure close to the presidential family, has arrived in Washington. His mission: to normalize bilateral relations at their tensest moment in years. Sources told CNN that Dmitriev, head of the Russian Direct Investment Fund, will hold a series of meetings with senior U.S. officials to discuss the future of Russian-American relations. Since the Alaska summit, diplomatic progress has stalled. Now, the Kremlin is deploying a graduate of top U.S. universities, hoping that personal diplomacy can open a new channel of dialogue. Meanwhile, the Wall Street Journal reports that President Donald Trump chose the moderate version of the new sanctions package. 3 options were on the table: a limited, soft approach, a hard version targeting Russia's elite, and a medium one, focused on the energy sector. Trump approved the middle path, imposing restrictions on Rosneft, Lukoil, and affiliated companies. Sources say the decision followed renewed shelling in Ukraine shortly after Trump's call with President Putin, an act seen as a breach of trust. For months, the White House had considered these measures, but Trump hesitated, trying to preserve diplomatic flexibility. The cancellation of the Budapest summit was the turning point, prompting him to shift strategy decisively. According to Bloomberg, India has begun redirecting its oil imports away from Russia, increasing purchases from the Middle East and the United States. Reliance Industries, India's largest refinery, is now buying crude from Iraq, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the U.S., with the first deliveries expected in December and January. Until recently, Reliance was Moscow's key buyer. Its partnership with Rosneft generated billions in foreign revenue. Now those flows are drying up, marking a significant financial loss for Russia. Other Indian refineries are also seeking alternatives, from the Persian Gulf to Brazil, signaling a broader reorientation of energy markets. As one envoy lands in Washington and sanctions ripple across markets, the message is clear. Diplomacy is not dead, but it's fighting for survival amid the noise of geopolitics. For now, InBrief continues to track how economics, politics, and strategy collide on the global stage. Stay tuned. This story is only beginning.